Now in 4 News Now at 6, it's Election Day in Idaho and the voting process is slightly different. We'll explain what led elections officials to change the rules.
Keep your raincoats at the ready. This wet weather will be sticking around. I'll show you when we're going to dry out in the First Alert forecast.
And from convicted killer to Gonzaga Law School grad, here's the turning point that changed everything in this man's life. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. In our For the People coverage, it's primary election day in Idaho, and election workers are hopeful a new tool passed during the last legislative session will help keep polling workers safe and your vote secure. Thanks for joining us. I'm Derek Dice. Bronte Sorotsky is in Kootenai County tonight and explains what that new tool is all about.
The County Elections Office is reminding voters of the safeguards that it has in place as they get ready to cast their votes in this primary election.
Make sure we have safeguards at the polls.
As you head to your polling precinct to cast your vote in this primary election, the Elections Office is working overtime to make sure your vote is accurate and counted.
To vote, you do have to have a picture ID and then your proof of residency. So those are the measures we're doing too. We just started doing running our absentee ballots right now. We do a logic and accuracy test, making sure all the tabulations adding up.
In Idaho, this is all done without internet connection per state law. Something new to be aware of this election is the change to the state's electioneering laws.
They're allowed to set up 250 feet away and hand out literature if they choose, but they're not allowed to obviously impede traffic if people are coming in and out of a location.
So far, there have been no major problems with this rule change. Last October, electioneering at the Elections Office parking lot resulted in 2 cars colliding. But should any problems arise, the Elections Office is prepared.
They can call our office, but if we have to follow up with law enforcement too, we'll call law enforcement if they're violating the 250-foot rule, unless it's private property.
Election workers have gone through hours of training on the primary election process. And Tuesday's election has run mostly smoothly.
So it's been pretty good today, but they know what they need to do if there's any security issues or any electioneering.
Now in Kootenai County, absentee ballots are due by 8 p.m. tonight, and you can only drop them off here to the Elections Office. Reporting in Kootenai County, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
All right, this is a live look over a rain-soaked downtown Spokane, and this rain will be sticking around for a little while. We're going to send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see if it will be a soggy drive to work in the morning.
It will, and you might want to plan on taking the dog for a walk later in the day tomorrow. Here's a look at another view from our station here at 500 West Boone Avenue over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena and the Spokane County Courthouse. We've had the rain going fairly steadily for about an hour and a half now. Things are lighter around Sandpoint, just a sprinkle or two. There's even some spots where the sidewalk is dry here at US 2 and Boyer, but it will be picking up shortly. We're zoomed in on our Doppler radar around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area with that steady rain in process. As we go further to the north, we start to see some breaks. Let's put this into motion, and this is our forecast radar that shows that precipitation is going to continue through the night. And here's 9 a.m. tomorrow, still in the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho, and then it will begin to taper off. Our 12-hour chance of rain starting tomorrow at 5 a.m. at 80%, and then drops down to 20% by 1 p.m. Finally, we start to dry out a little bit as we head into tomorrow night. However, we will not be staying dry for long. There is more wet weather to tell you about in the 7-day forecast. I'll have that coming up in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Construction on any new developments in Spokane's Latah Valley neighborhood has been put on hold for at least a year. The city council voting 5-2 to put an emergency building moratorium in place to give the city time to address the area's fire safety concerns. Those concerns include a lack of public safety resources and a push for a better equipped fire department. One city council member who voted against the moratorium argues building new homes is the only way to fund the infrastructure projects needed to address these issues, especially since the city is already dealing with a nearly $50 million budget crisis.
And so the idea that we could find $50 to $150 million to be able to fix the infrastructure out there is just, it will never happen, okay? On its own, it just will never happen.
The building moratorium could last beyond 2025, depending on if the city council decides to renew the ordinance. The TSA now projects Memorial Day weekend to have higher volumes of passengers traveling than last year by about 7.5%. Here's what you can expect at the Spokane International Airport. Thursday should be the busiest day for travel. About 6,700 people will be screened. Friday will also be packed. The busiest travel times are from 4 to 6 a.m. as well as from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And some tips that could help if you've already booked a flight. Get to the airport at least 2 hours ahead of your boarding time. It'll give you time to park, check any luggage, and get through TSA. Pack smart. Remember the travel size liquids rule and put things you may have to remove at the top of your carry-ons. Review child travel guidelines, including acceptable forms of ID like a birth certificate, and double check your luggage. A lot of bags look the same, so check that luggage tag once you land. All right, a push to make Spokane streets more pedestrian friendly. How your neighborhood wants to spend traffic calming money to make the streets safer. And fast food giants are coming up with creative ways to earn your business. In about 30 minutes, how these sizzling rivalries can help you get some free chicken nuggets. And hear the story of one man's journey from being a 14-year-old convicted killer to a Gonzaga Law School grad. That's next on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
For 27 years, our promise has been to save you green.
Frizz, dryness, breakage. New Dove 10-in-1 Serum Hair Mask with Peptide Complex fortifies hair bonds at a molecular level. Helps reverse 10 signs of damage in 1 minute. Keep living. We'll keep repairing.
What if you could go from this to this with just one step? TRESemmé Silk Serum. Time for the ultimate humidity test. Weightlessly smooth hair. Your turn. New TRESemmé Keratin Smooth Collection.
Have you worked or enjoyed the outdoors in Lincoln County before 2014? You may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. Get your free asbestos health screening today. Don't wait. Early detection is key. Contact the Card Clinic at libbyasbestos.org.
No slam dunk today, it looks like. Don't worry. I can fix this.
We want to make sure that you're really winning. We don't receive a penny until you get paid.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Hello, welcome to Coeur d'Alene Honda.
Thank you. I've been coming here for years and I've always felt just like family.
Our customers love how easy it is to do business with us.
We have Hondas for every budget.
Awarded Dealer of the Year and rated 4.7 on Google.
And we have some of the best pre-owned vehicles to choose from. And select pre-owned Hondas come with their lifetime warranty.
And all new Hondas come with the first year of free maintenance.
So which Honda would you prefer? Coeur d'Alene Honda with the nationwide lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you? Or the other guys?
And don't forget about the lifetime warranty.
Do you have a storage problem? Wisman Storage Containers is your all-in-one local storage solution. We offer a variety of sizes and provide free delivery within the greater Spokane area. Wisman Storage Containers is your locally owned and family-operated storage solution. Don't just store. Secure your stuff today.
Call it reformation or redemption. A man who was once sentenced to life in prison without parole just walked across the stage to accept his degree from the Gonzaga Law School. At the age of 14, Jeremiah Bourgeois shot and killed someone. He thought he'd spend the rest of his life behind bars until the pendulum of law swung in his favor. Our Kirsten O'Connor reports.
This interactive mural at the Carl Maxey Center tells the story of dozens of people from the East Central community. This man in the top right of the mural, Jeremiah Bourgeois, spent 27 years in prison. He tells me it's still surreal to be here in Spokane.
Up until age 10,
It was a really idyllic life, especially for an African-American family in the 1980s.
A kid who loved to dance, spend summers outside, and attend birthday parties with his friends. Jeremiah Bourgeois grew up near Seattle.
By 13 years old, I had ran away from home and was on the streets.
As a young teen, his parents divorced, and the adults he turned to on the streets were drug dealers who lured him into a life of crime.
Unfortunately, I had a gun supplied by some adult, and I opened fire in that store and unfortunately killed one and wounded another. And for that, I was meant to die in prison, and that's what they sentenced me to.
Sentenced to life in prison without parole as a 14-year-old, Jeremiah says he didn't understand what that meant until he befriended another teen in prison. That friend showed him the meaning of life.
He committed suicide. And I just knew I was either going to have to find a way to live in prison and find something of value to keep going, or I was going to end up like him.
The prison library became his life.
I started studying. I started using whatever money I got for whatever and using that money to buy books and take correspondence courses. And it took over 10 years, but I cobbled together a bachelor's degree and learned enough of the law to start publishing Walk and Find.
Years went by, decades changed, and so did the law. In 2012, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled to put an end to life sentences for juveniles. That changed again in 2016.
But you know, when it comes to crime and punishment, pendulums swing. I was given a life without parole sentence for crimes I committed when I was 14 because the pendulum was one way.
You look the same!
I was released because the pendulum went another way.
Just 7 months later, he took his first steps of his new life at Gonzaga University as a law student, where he met a new friend, Dean Jacob Brooksby.
His life experience in the context of any class that we had was just so different than most of our students who maybe have worked a little bit, but certainly haven't spent nearly 6 years in solitary confinement.
Jeremiah says his prison time didn't prepare him for his new life.
Law school was more difficult than my prison sentence.
The stress and struggles of law school took its toll, and depression haunted him.
And I had the resources to do something about it, and the will. Absent though any of those three, no, I wouldn't have finished law school, I wouldn't be a law clerk, and I wouldn't be a gubernatorial appointee.
He calls it a mystery, not a miracle, that his life has led to this stage.
This past commencement, the proudest moment for me was seeing JJ get his diploma.
As a graduate and law clerk, Jeremiah's work continues as a member of the Sentencing Guidelines Commission by Governor Jay Inslee and a volunteer for If You Could Save Just One in Spokane.
There's still young people out here in this miles from here who are on the same path. And we hear about them every day. We see them on the news all the time, and they're still going to prison. And so, you know, unfortunately, it's not unique anymore.
Well, now Jeremiah says his plans are to go to work and to try to be a good person. His story is so inspirational. You can read more about the essays he published while incarcerated. His book is called The Extraordinary Ordinary Prisoner. Pretty remarkable. All right, we're going to send it over to Chris Crocker now with a quick look at that forecast. Chris.
Amazing story. And here are 4 things to know about your weather. Steady rain overnight. We've got some showers on Wednesday. It's going to be cool on Wednesday and then drier, warmer weather next week. I'll have more about that. coming up later in the news.
All right, before we go to break, we want to help celebrate the graduating seniors across the Inland Northwest, like Mackenzie Winchell from On Track Academy. Her family says she's thriving as a stained glass artist, Spokane scholar, and a Running Start student. Her family says they are extremely proud of all of her achievements. And meet Braden Krautkramer from Ferris High School. His family tells us Braden is an elite hockey player, but had to sit out most of the season due to a knee injury. Despite having to get surgery and go through rehab, Braden is focused on his schoolwork, and his parents say he even finished early. If you want to celebrate your student and enter them to win a $50 gift card, you can submit their photo online for a chance to be featured right here on 4 News Now. Just head to KXLY.com/class of 2024. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
This year we celebrate Gary Middle School. That's where we're going to have the hometown Chevy Diamonds and Dreams. The whole infield's got to go. New fences, new backstop, and dugouts. The kids are going to love it. Diamonds and Dreams brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
The Memorial Day savings are on now, this week at Walker's Furniture, with big holiday discounts on all your favorite brands, where you can get the biggest savings of the season, or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing, with no money down, no minimum purchase required.
Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish new sectionals, and quality new dining sets are all on sale.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less.
This week at Walker's.
My name is Bob Rambo, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I had lymphoma. I was kind of scared to death, and the doctors recommended I go to Summit Cancer Center. Everybody on the staff there is super neat, nice, and it's kind of like a homecoming. I had lymphoma, and they cured that. I'm very thankful for this cancer center.
That's Montana Sapphire from Phillipsburg, Montana.
Well, a long portion of the Centennial Trail is back open tonight. According to Friends of the Centennial Trail, crews have finished replacing the asphalt on the 6.5-mile stretch between State Line and the Barker Road trailhead. The organization warns anyone planning on biking or running to be careful, since crews are still working on safety bollards and kiosks in that area. Crews are still working to replace the asphalt between the Barker Road trailhead and the Donkey Island trailhead that's near Millwood. And Chris, people might want to wait a little bit longer before getting out on the Centennial Trail because of all this rain we've got.
Yeah, this is not outdoorsy weather as far as I'm concerned. You know there's people out there running and biking. However, not me. Let's take a look at this radar right now, and it is green all over the place, but particularly right around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area down into the Tri-Cities. We're a little bit drier as we head north into the Waterville Plateau, the Okanagan area, and the heavier precipitation hasn't quite reached the northern panhandle yet. The Bonners Ferry area and Sandpoint have just had a few sprinkles, but that wet weather is coming. Here is your forecast for Wednesday, hour by hour, and we're starting off at 6 a.m., 80% chance of rain, and we'll have that rain going, temperatures in the mid-40s, and we're not going to warm up very quickly or very much. 47 degrees at 9 o'clock, and we'll start to see some breaks. Our odds of that continuous steady rain decrease rapidly after the first part of the day tomorrow. By 10 a.m., we're down to a 40% chance of rain, and then things taper off as we get into the noon hour with just a slight chance of a few sprinkles. But boy, only in the lower 50s. That is going to feel cool if you're heading out for a noon walk around town. We're down to 0% by 3, but we still have the possibility of a sprinkle or two. This is the chance of measurable rain. 56, our high is more than 10 degrees below average. Here's a look at the forecast rain totals, and they are impressive, particularly through North Idaho, where we could see over a ½ inch of precipitation in some spots, and in the Northeast Mountains as well. And we are not done with the rain. We have more on the way. Our chance of precipitation will likely be the highest, and we'll see the wettest weather from now through the first part of the overnight. But we have additional chances to at least get measurable rain Thursday late night into Friday morning. Friday, we also have a chance of rain. Saturday, unfortunately, starting off the Memorial Day weekend with a chance of showers, but then that chance decreases as we get into Sunday. Our temperatures are running well below average. Tomorrow, we will stay below average through Sunday, then a little bit above, and then maybe a lot above as we head into, well, back to work and school on Tuesday with, of course, the sunny, warm weather. But Memorial Day is also looking very nice, mostly sunny and 73 degrees, actually perfect conditions if you are attending some early services or perhaps are going to be in downtown or at the arena during the day. We have the wettest weather, as I mentioned, coming overnight tonight and into Wednesday. Derek?
All right, we will be bracing for the rain for the next few days. In the wake of Roe versus Wade being overturned, the feds are now trying to make it easier for patients to lodge complaints after being denied emergency health care. We'll show you how next.
Is someone turning left? They're going to run over me.
Big changes could be coming to your neighborhood to make it more walkable. We'll break down how these projects will be funded coming up. And Reese Courtney is getting a makeover, why the student athletes say it was long overdue. And some people in Tacoma have had enough of this 7-Eleven blasting classical music, why the business says playing Beethoven is helping keep shoppers safe. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Things just keep getting better at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our all-new 175-room resort hotel is opening soon. Elevate your experience with luxurious accommodations, state-of-the-art amenities, and exquisite dining. Visit SpokaneTribeCasino.com for more details. You just win here.
A lot of injury attorneys you see on TV aren't even based around here. They could be in Texas, California,
or even worse, Florida.
You never know where they are when you call.
Unless, of course, you call us, the advocates.
After a car crash, local representation matters.
Yeah, good luck trying to get personal attention from 1,000 miles away.
And luck just doesn't cut it when you're dealing with big insurance companies. Call the advocates.
We're here for you, not way over there for you.
Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Western Skies Construction, a local owned and operated company with 3 generations of experience. We're licensed, bonded, and insured, and we offer free estimates. Our team is committed to improving the life of your asphalt parking lots, roads, and driveways. Call us today at 509-315-7974. That's 509-315-7974.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Lyman. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and my entire practice is dedicated to taking care of patients with knee problems. From ACL and meniscus tears to total knee replacements, I want to make sure you're ready for life's adventures. I'm here to help you master your knee pain and regain your active lifestyle. Visit me at the Orthopedic Sports Institute's new state-of-the-art surgery center in Hayden. Ready to take the first step? call for a consultation today and let me help guide you to a pain-free future.
Call or click today and set up your consultation with Orthopedic Sports Institute.
Catch all the action at Caesar Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino, the area's largest sportsbook. Bet your favorite games live as they happen with in-play betting, or place bets ahead of time with the Bet Ahead feature. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
Travel for Adventures is brought to you in part by TourMosesLake.com.
A 7-Eleven in Tacoma is taking a unique approach to combating crime. The owners are blasting classical music in hopes of deterring people from committing crimes in and around their store. But now people living and working in that area are fed up. KOMO's Jackie Kent has the story.
Some call this musical method unusual.
At first, it's honestly kind of crazy. You show up and you just are listening to classical music. It is super loud, and I definitely have heard people being like, I don't know why it's so loud. I can hear it down the street.
But this Tacoma store blasts classical tunes through caged loudspeakers with safety top of mind. While some customers question the song selection, they tell us what this store has orchestrated is working.
Because it made coming here a little bit safer. The fentanyl, everything, like people are literally just out in the open selling it.
This practice is nothing new, as KOMO has covered similar solutions in North Seattle. But now the Tacoma shop's operatic efforts are met with pushback. The city provided this 7-Eleven store's 4 noise complaints submitted since February. One neighbor writes, the audio deterrent system violates every rule in the book. It is constant, far too loud, and I can hear it from my house 10 streets away. And this Walgreens on busy Pacific Avenue sounds more like an opera house than a pharmacy parking lot. This store has received 6 similar noise complaints since last year. City officials tell us a noise violation happens when the noise lasts longer than a minute, is reoccurring, and it's distinctly louder than other sounds in the area.
Create actual solutions.
Rob Huff with the Tacoma Pierce County Coalition to End Homelessness disagrees with the musical tactic. What other solutions would you like to see?
So the coalition for many years has urged the city of Tacoma to create low barrier spaces where people can go, and so that they don't have to stay in front of businesses.
Reporting in Tacoma, Jackie Kent, KOMO News.
Well, around the world tonight, new video from inside the Singapore Airlines plane hit by severe turbulence this morning. You can see oxygen mask dangling and a dent on one of the overhead bins. One man saying anyone who was not wearing a seatbelt was launched into those bins. One person died and more than 70 passengers were injured, a majority of whom had to be hospitalized. In a statement posted online, a spokesperson for Singapore Airlines is offering its deepest condolences to the family of the person who was killed. They are working with local authorities in Thailand to provide the necessary assistance. Well, a man is now in jail for allegedly trying to break into someone's home while they were asleep before setting the upstairs on fire. This all happened yesterday morning in the Logan neighborhood of Spokane near Augusta and Hamilton. Police say someone living in the house woke up to find their living room trashed and the man still inside. When police arrived, the man, identified as Marlon LaFoon, refused to come out. Officers say a fire was set upstairs and they needed to get him out before it became too dangerous to save him. They say LaFoon fought officers and a police dog. He was eventually taken into custody and treated for minor injuries at a hospital. Well, the fast food wars are heating up. How this spicy showdown is serving up sweet savings at the drive-thru. Plus, we check in with Mark Peterson and the Extreme team to see their progress in upgrading the baseball fields behind Gary Middle School in North Spokane.
And a new citywide traffic calming master plan, the concerns some neighborhoods have and the safety measures they want to see implemented on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Let's get going. Get 0 for $72 and $3,000 cash on an Escape or $3,000 on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market. What do you call chips that aren't yours? Nacho chips.
Are you tired of getting out of your car to open your gates? Would you like to control the access to your commercial property or business? Then call the experts at Northwest Fence to get a free estimate for your new automated gate. Nobody builds them better.
What makes Hospice of Spokane unique is their level of dedication to the patient.
We try to wrap our services around the patient and the family.
Your team feels like our team. That's how much we know you care about making sure patients and families get what they need.
We go, I feel like, above and beyond for the hospice patients to make that last journey of life comfortable.
This Memorial Day, get ready to upgrade your laundry game with Fred's Appliance.
Fred's has this GE front-load laundry set on sale for only $7.79 each.
This powerhouse duo tackles laundry with precision and style.
When you buy more GE appliances, you're eligible for additional rebates up to $500.
Say goodbye to laundry woes and hello to efficiency and reliability. Visit Fred's today and seize unbeatable deals at the Memorial Day sale going on now.
Everyone's itching to win Northern Quest's Scratch and Win GMC Sierra giveaway. With $520,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs, it's only natural. But instead of a log, tree, or communal bush, all you need is your Camus Rewards card. Play daily to earn scratch tickets good for reward play, bonus points, hotel stays, and maybe a brand new GMC Sierra pickup. That's an itch we'd all like to scratch.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Let's get going. Get 0 for $72 and $3,000 cash on an Escape or $3,000 on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Welcome back. Spokane neighborhoods want safer paths for pedestrians and other ways to slow down drivers. This is reflected in a new traffic calming master plan commissioned by the city of Spokane. Marissa Rio details for us how this master plan was created.
Derek, the city is working to determine how to best spend the money that comes from photo-enforced radar tickets. That money has to specifically be used for traffic calming measures. This report is the result of 2 years of conversations and planning with neighborhood groups and representatives. Over the span of those 2 years, neighborhoods have narrowed down proposed projects to their top 3 priorities, one of them being here on Grand. A road diet has been proposed here from 9th Avenue all the way down to 29th Avenue. Neighbors cite problems with cars speeding in this area, the width of the street, and a need for more pedestrian crossings. A similar issue the Emerson Garfield neighborhood is seeing. While Corbin Park is a place where families gather and kids play, one neighbor points out the lack of stop signs, close to none.
We felt it was important that those crosswalks be clearly marked, perhaps with bump outs, perhaps with a raised crosswalk. What that looks like, we're not sure, but we know we need something there because that is the main path for children to get back home, crossing the park, or to get to the playground.
Jean Brake says the light at Washington and Buckeye is also an issue that's been listed as a priority in the city's master plan.
It's confusing to people who has the real right-of-way, and pedestrians especially crossing are unsure. Is someone turning left? They're going to run over me, which is a real concern.
There's similar confusion in the Rockwood neighborhood, specifically at the intersection on Rockwood Boulevard at 10th and Sumner. Neighbors saying it needs a restripe and other improvements to make it safer for pedestrians.
It's a blind turn, so people can't see, and as people try to cross with the residents there and the church, it makes it very difficult, both a risk of people getting hurt and hit, as well as cars getting into different types of engagements.
While not all of these projects are approved, the city will look at these priorities when determining which new construction projects to start. A city official says they approve new projects every year. You can see which projects your neighborhood is prioritizing on our website at KXLY.com. Live in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
All right, Marissa, thank you. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker now, who is tracking more rain in your first alert forecast.
We do have rain across the region right now and more on the way. Here's the view from the station over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, where the puddles are starting to build. Not quite the case in Sandpoint. The roads are just barely wet. but that will not be the case for long either. We have got some rain on the way. On our Doppler radar, you can see that precipitation is just very hit and miss in extreme North Idaho, where we are seeing the steady rains around Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and points to the south. We zoom in here on the Spokane area and north to Sandpoint. You can see where things begin to taper off a little bit, and in Bonners Ferry, it's just been a sprinkle or two. Spirit Lake, reasonably dry right now, but if it is not raining at your house now, it will be soon. Our forecast radar initializes almost perfectly as we go through the night. We'll see that rain continuing, not really letting up until we get into early tomorrow morning. Here's 6 a.m. and it becomes a little more hit and miss around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but will continue to be steady through North Idaho, the Northeast Mountains, and parts of the Palouse. Then we see things taper off even more as we get into the noon hour. Just a chance of showers, and our temperatures 56 for a high temperature. 69 is our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Derek?
Well, rain or shine, the Kendall Yards Night Market returns tomorrow. You'll be able to shop for local produce, listen to live music, and enjoy food trucks in the Kendall Yards neighborhood. It is from 5 to 8:30 every Wednesday through September. For more information about the night market and a map on where to park, you can just head to KXLY.com. Well, you may hear sirens and see emergency vehicles going off near Fairchild Air Force Base over the next few days. According to Fairchild, though, it's all part of a mandatory training exercise ahead of Skyfest happening next month. The exercise is meant to make sure not only that those first responders are ready both on and off base, but are also prepared in case of a disaster. The drills will begin tomorrow and will run until the 23rd. Well, time is running out for voters in Idaho to drop off their ballots in this year's primary election. On the ballot are races for U.S. Representative, along with State Senate and House of Representatives seats in Kootenai County. Voters will also be voting on county commissioners for Districts 1 and 2, as well as sheriff. You have until 8 o'clock to cast your vote. To find the nearest polling place, you can head to KXLY.com/forthepeople. And this isn't the only major political event happening in the Gem State this week. On Thursday, registered Democrats and independent voters are invited to the Kootenai County Fairgrounds for the Democratic Presidential Caucus. It runs from 5 to 8 p.m. Voters will decide who Idaho will support for the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. U.S. Senator Patty Murray was joined by other leading Democrats today to champion a new online tool that could help patients more easily file an emergency medical treatment and active labor law complaint, also known as EMTALA. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services launched the service today. Hospitals that take Medicare are required under EMTALA to provide medical screening exams for people who go to the emergency room. If a screening reveals a condition, the hospital must provide treatment. Under EMTALA, you have a right to transfer to another hospital if you need to. Senator Murray and fellow Democrats say the tool is to ensure pregnant women get the care they require despite the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
There are new horror stories every day of people who are seeking an abortion, wanting to make their own health care decision, and finding out that they no longer have a choice because Republicans already made it for them.
Patients can file a report for unfair treatment and discrimination if they don't have health insurance, cannot afford the hospital bill, are not a U.S. citizen, or if it's due to race, color, national origin, sex, religion, disability, or age. Well, the Air National Guard is celebrating 100 years in Spokane, and today members decided to join Mark Peterson and the Extreme Team to help give one local baseball field a much-needed upgrade in our annual Diamonds and Dreams project. This year, we're fixing up the fields behind Gary Middle School in North Spokane, near Nevada and East Central Avenue. One of those National Guard members actually played on those fields when he was a kid and is excited the area will have a baseball diamond it can be proud of.
I played sports my whole youth years, and what's going on here, it's great. Everything you guys are doing is wonderful. It's great for the community, great for the kids.
Let's send it over to Mark Peterson now to see what still needs to get done ahead of Thursday's big reveal.
Right, so we also had Horizon Credit Union. They're painting the benches, getting things ready. We're trying to get all the outdoor painting done today because of the weather that's moving in. Also, we had to get the concrete poured. So let's get back to the beginning. We had to clean out everything, make sure that the fencing was down, also get it all cleaned up. for Dundee Concrete, Steve and his crew, to get in and get everything formed and get it ready. It's easier to pour new concrete than it is to try and fabricate and work around the old. And of course, Specialty Mobile Mix came in and gave us 6 yards of concrete to make sure that that flat work will last a long time. It's been a great day today. We got a lot done. We still have plenty to do, but we are hoping to beat the weather. So, Air National Guard here on site. We got Dundee Concrete, and of course, we've got a flat field that we can put bases in coming in Thursday morning for games to be playing starting at 4:15. Well, we got a lot to do between now and then. I'm Mark Peterson here at Gary Middle School for the Extreme Team and Diamonds and Dreams.
Yet somehow they always manage to get it done.
right.
Mark's been getting a tan this week, it looks like, too. All right, it has been a busy week inside Reese Court in Cheney, but not because of basketball or volleyball, Julian.
Yeah, Reese Court is getting a makeover. Brand new floor for the first time since it opened back in the 70s. Pretty incredible. Why the university felt now was the time and when they expect to have it done. Next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the TurboMax engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
We're the advocates.
And we go to court.
The insurance companies take us seriously.
Because we go to court.
And if they don't offer you a settlement you deserve, they know.
We'll go to court.
So if you or a loved one are seriously injured in a crash,
call us.
Oh, I thought for sure he was going to say.
We go to court.
There it is.
We're the advocates. And we go to court. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
You're feeding it.
I will, I promise. Thanks to our Premier Rewards Visa credit card from ICCU, we earned enough cash back to stock up on puppy supplies.
But we don't have a puppy. They're very convincing children.
If you've been thinking about remodeling your kitchen or upgrading a bathroom with a fun new look, right now is the perfect time to call Northwest Granite and Cabinets.
Northwest Granite and Cabinets is the premier shop for the best selection of unique granite, marble, and quartz countertop options and can customize any unique look you need with a variety of options for any room in your home.
So, if you're looking to give your home a fresh new look this year, call Northwest Granite, the one-stop shop that does it all.
Bear invasion.
Get!
Next in Sun Edition, the small town under siege by bears.
We got a bear in the house.
It's so bad, people are putting up electric fences on their front door. Then,
That's so cute.
shopping for prom 2024.
We're ready for prom!
Watch the next in Sun Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
All right, we have some breaking news just into our newsroom. A boil order is now in place for the city of Harrington in Lincoln County. That's according to a city council member there. They say it's due to a broken pump. It is expected to last until 11 a.m. tomorrow. All right, Reese Court at Eastern Washington University still has the original floor from when it first opened nearly 50 years ago, but that's about to change. Sports director Julian Minnesota is live in studio. And Julian, Eagles games are going to look a little bit different now next season.
Yeah, new court, new me. That's the motto, I guess. The floor has been taken out and construction crews are already working on the new look Reese Court. Facilities play a major role in boosting an athletic department's brand and recruiting. Those at Eastern tell me a flashy new floor gives Reese Court a much higher ceiling to be a prominent multi-purpose venue in the Inland Northwest. Eastern Washington has always been a program that builds from the ground up.
2 Big Sky champions were on that court last year.
Ground zero for that next step is on the ground floor at Reese Court.
The original Reese Court floor is being taken up, and then they're reconstructing a new gym floor.
The money to cover the estimated $700,000 makeover comes from the nearly 100 events held at Reese Court each year, from high school graduation to wheelchair basketball tournaments.
Having a facility that we're proud of and that's fully functional is really important. And so by redoing the gym floor, that will really allow us to maximize the event space for campus.
The university says money for the project does not come from state allocated money or tuition dollars.
With any capital improvement on campus, a lot of times there's a blend of funds or, that make projects like this a reality. With how important this facility is to our campus and to our community, we're incredibly fortunate to have our university's partnership and investment into a facility like this.
It's the first time the floor will be replaced since Reese Court opened in 1975, something that the student athletes say was long overdue.
Injury prevention, not having to worry about the dead spots on the floor and having to trip up or the ball not coming back up to you.
I think it's going to be more enticing for new recruits coming in, seeing that we just also had our new training facility built, and this too now. I think it'll show that we're big school and we're ready to play.
And the new court is set to be complete in August, just in time for the start of volleyball season. Now over to the NFL, the Seahawks have reached the final phase of their offseason workouts. Organized team activities, or OTAs, are underway this week. It gives first-year head coach Mike Macdonald a chance to get some face time with his players and start laying the foundation of what this team is going to look like. There will be 10 practices. This includes yesterday's intro day. There's also no tackling allowed in OTAs, but the Seahawks can still scrimmage as long as no contact takes place. Now, the coaches will get a first look at returning starting quarterback Geno Smith and newcomer Sam Howell, who the team traded for this offseason. Coach Macdonald will get his first chance to work with the defense since coming over from the Baltimore Ravens, who had the top defense in the league with Macdonald at the helm. Now, there will also be a learning curve for Macdonald, who admitted at rookie camp a few weeks ago that he's still figuring out this whole head coaching thing.
There's definitely things that are, you taking notes on what you want to fix, and things that we felt like we could do a little bit better job of. But overall, it's great effort. Coaches are into it.
And Seahawks OTAs continue tomorrow through June 7th. And coming up tonight at 11, Washington State basketball. They got a pretty good player themselves. We'll have that recruiting news tonight on Nightside.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Well, some of the country's biggest fast food chains are going to war to try to earn your business. ABC's Janae Norman takes a look at some of the new deals meant to lure you and your family back into their restaurants.
Please lower your prices. So you can't go up any further. You can't.
This morning, fast food chains are putting value meals back on the menu.
At Wendy's, you can get
English muffin and seasoned potatoes for just $3.
Wendy's now offering a $3 English muffin deal, which includes seasoned potatoes and your choice of a bacon or sausage, egg and cheese English muffin sandwich. The meal, less than the average cup of coffee.
It's a great deal for consumers at the drive-thru. It's an even better deal for Wendy's.
Wendy's telling ABC News, we're giving fans even more ways to satisfy their morning cravings for a price they can feel good about. The English muffin deal joins their $5 biggie bag and 2 for $3 breakfast bundles.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits.
Customers hungry for deals as prices for food grow across the board. Fast food prices in March were 33% higher than back in 2019, according to the Labor Department.
The prices are very different than even what they were when I was in high school or in college just a few years ago.
The fast food wars are heating up more than the grill. Wendy's competing for consumers online with their playful marketing strategy, replying to a McDonald's burger announcement on X, writing, "Where's the beef?"
It wanted to be more than hot. It wanted to be juicy.
McDonald's announcing its own special deal for tomorrow. 6-piece chicken nugget for free for anyone who orders through the app and signs up for My McDonald's Rewards.
All right, again, that was Janae Norman reporting. You just gotta, know the deals at each place and get the most bang for your buck. Like, get the buy one, get one free stuff at McDonald's. There's ways around it.
All the stuff I like is like the most expensive.
Well, there's that
You
too.
know, like a salad and a mocha, and then a extra large fry is.
That'll be $19.
That sounds actually kind of good for dinner tonight, now that you mention it, especially on a wet evening such as this with steady rain overnight. More hit and miss showers as we get into the day Wednesday, particularly the afternoon. It's going to be cool on Wednesday. We have drier and warmer weather next week. I'll tell you about that after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Just in time for Memorial Day, PAR and 4 News Now are teaming up for the Great American Flag Swap. May 22nd, bring your old tattered flag to PAR Lumber in North Spokane. In exchange, you'll receive a new American flag from Uncle Sam's Flag and Gift.
My name is Stevie, and I work for my dad, Steve Stikowski, at SGX Jet Boats here in Orfino, Idaho, where we specialize in a shallow water aluminum jet boat. For us, it's more than just business, it's a legacy. You realize that it's all worth it because you're starting to see everything come to fruition. All of the hard work has paid off, and P1FCU is able to provide us with that security in knowing that our legacy is safe with them.
Exploring different regions throughout the Northwest and beyond can be fun and educational. 4 News Now would like to showcase these locations with Travel for Adventures.
Moses Lake is the perfect family getaway for fun and recreation. From camping along the shores to fishing excursions and ATVing, Moses Lake is a recreational wonderland in the heart of Washington State.
Moses Lake Golf Club often stays open late into the season or cool off in their water park during the summer heat.
Moses Lake is also known for its Spring Music Festival in May, a fabulous air show that includes the World RC Invitational in June and the Grant County Fair held each August at the Moses Lake County Fairgrounds.
For a listing of events, culinary delights, and lodging options, visit tourmoseslake.com and plan your vacation today. Moses Lake, Washington. It's the perfect place to explore and relax.
Discover more places you might like to visit. Go to KXLY.com/travel4adventures.
It's a 4-day price crash. Today through Monday at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene. As Cal loads up the lots full of hot buys and is offering up to 110% trade-in value for your old ride. Plus delaying all payments until August 1st so you can get a new upgraded vehicle and pay less with incredible financing. Get your new vehicle this week at Cal.
Just in time for Memorial Day, PAR and 4 News Now are teaming up for the Great American Flag Swap. May 22nd, bring your old tattered flag to PAR Lumber in North Spokane. In exchange, you'll receive a new American flag from Uncle Sam's Flag and Gift.
4 News Now is brought to you by McVeigh Brothers.
All right, take a look at this. Some clever seniors at Coeur d'Alene Charter Academy decided to put their school up for sale for the low price of just $1 million. Now, this was obviously a prank, but they went all out for it, even creating a website with a pretty awesome description reading, "This mighty fine establishment offers no real ceilings, leaky pipes, hazardous water pressure, an ancient HVAC system, and gum in the carpets." I wonder if they got any hits on that website. People
sounds like
inquiring.
A lot of schools described that
The gum in the carpets, for sure.
Wow. Well, those little scams. Congratulations on graduation. Maybe, I assume they're going to let them, even though they put the school up for sale.
Hey, a lot of rain to talk about.
Yeah, that roof might be leaking. We'll go take a look after, because let's visit Kootenai County, see what's up. It is raining in Coeur d'Alene and Rathdrum, not quite as hard as it has been in Spokane. We're about to get a break in Spokane if you aren't already getting one at your house. Zoomed in on Doppler radar, and mainly from western portions of Spokane down through Cheney and Medical Lake and Sprague, a little bit of a lull, which is nice if you've got to go on a quick dog walk or want to take the garbage out to the curb. Now would be the time to do it. Of course, you keep that 4 News Now First Alert weather app handy. You can time those breaks very precisely. It's what I do at my own house when I have to walk the dogs on the weekends. On the radar right now, a broader view. You can see things breaking up a little bit. This is not a sign of an overall pattern as we get into the evening. We're going to keep the steady rain going, especially through the first part of the overnight. Here is our chance of measurable rain for the next 12 hours, 100% in the 7 o'clock hour. And then it starts to decrease a little, but 70% chance of rain, still quite high. And then it stays at 80% through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Going hour by hour through your Wednesday, a chance of rain throughout the first part of the morning, and then things taper off fairly dramatically. Getting into the noon hour, our temperatures are not going to be warming up much. We'll be at 52 at noon. We're heading to a high of 56. Our average high is close to 70 degrees. Around the region, temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Even in Lewiston, only 62 degrees, 60 in Moses Lake and 60 in Grand Coulee tomorrow, with some beneficial rains. Very good news for farmers and gardeners and forest fighters. Everybody wins for the most part with this system coming through tonight. We'll get some breaks during the day on Wednesday, but it doesn't dry out completely. We've got an upper level trough with enough instability to keep at least a slight chance of showers going. Then on Thursday, we have more wet weather coming and another front on the way as we get closer to the weekend. So we have more showers for Friday and Saturday, and then we dry out more meaningfully as we get into next week. We're into the 70s for Monday and Tuesday. Memorial Day looks especially nice, Derek.
Yeah, it definitely does. All right, as we head another break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Next ET, Bennifer's Red Carpet Reunion. We're on the Atlas Red Carpet Plus, one-on-one with Jeremy Renner, the latest on his road to recovery.
I really couldn't be more fortunate.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
We got a probable spree killer who's been operating for at least a few weeks.
She watches them die.
She?
This is personal. GBI, freeze!
The Will Trent season finale tonight on ABC.
Visit AutoNation Acura Spokane Valley for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
At America Northwest Plumbing, they do everything from service calls to bathroom remodels to new construction. They can take care of your plumbing solutions no matter what the need. They are dedicated, professional, and dependable. Call or click America Northwest Plumbing today, your one-stop plumbing shop.
This year we celebrate Gary Middle School. That's where we're going to have the hometown Chevy Diamonds and Dreams. The whole infield's got to go. New fences, new backstop, and dugouts. The kids are going to love it. Diamonds and Dreams brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. EPA says Honda is the most fuel-efficient automaker in America. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the Incredifantabulous deals, so see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
When it's time to protect your home, call Everhart Painting, Spokane's premier painting contractor. Everhart Painting takes care of every detail and backs the results with their industry-leading warranty. Call now for our spring special. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
This year, beat the summer rush and get your decking early at Spring Savings from the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
Get it done now so you can enjoy it when the sun comes out. From Windsor.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, it's Election Day in Idaho. We'll have the results of the races you care the most about coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. And, of course, Julian, you'll have highlights of the Mariners trying to hang on for another W against the Yankees.
Up 6-3 right now in the late inning, so we'll see if we make it 2 in a row against the hottest team in baseball.
Okay. And Chris will have your forecast, which is going to be wet heading into Memorial Day weekend.
It is raining, yes.
All right, we're back at 11.